live from the heart of Northwood Hills and Atlanta, Georgia. Hour 1 of the McMahon Johnson begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable, and adorable host.
इक्कीस जून सोमवार से देश के हर राज्य में 18 वर्ष से ऊपर की उम्र के सभी नागरिकों के लिए भारत सरकार राज्यों को मुफ्त वैक्सीन मुहैया कराएगी। वैक्सीन निर्माताओं से कुल वैक्सीन उत्पादन का 75% हिस्सा भारत सरकार खुद ही खरीद कर राज्य सरकारों को मुफ्त देगी। अब तक देश के करोड़ों लोगों को
玲玲，你看六六现在胖了呀。玲玲，阿六，球球，阿球。
爱上你就像牛奶爱上了面包，天生就一对，遇见了再甩不掉，这种。
Vaccinations is now fewer than 1 million per day, compared to more than 3 million less than 2 months ago. More than 138 million Americans, less than 42% of the population, are fully vaccinated, but the large number of unvaccinated Americans is jeopardizing efforts to achieve herd immunity. It's also an issue for one Texas hospital that requires its healthcare workers to get the shots, and now faces a lawsuit from workers who say they won't. Janet Shamlian is in Houston. Janet, good morning.
Anthony, good morning. Houston Methodist is a massive hospital system, 8 campuses, 26,000 workers. For more than a decade, they have been requiring their workers to get the flu vaccine. But when they mandated the COVID vaccine, more than 100 employees sued.
Nurse Jennifer Bridges is the lead plaintiff in a lawsuit against her employer of 7 years, Houston's Methodist Hospital, which is requiring all workers to get the COVID vaccine by today or risk losing their jobs.
If we're not comfortable injecting something into our body, do not fire us and make us lose our livelihoods.
Hospital CEO Dr. Mark Boom says 99% of his employees have already been vaccinated and calls the lawsuit nonsense.
We have incredible real-world experience to show that these are safe and effective. We have a sacred responsibility to keep our patients safe.
You have not been vaccinated. Why?
I am not comfortable yet with it at all. There's not enough proper research out yet. It's still in the experimental phase.
But that argument doesn't hold up to the science, says CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus.
Experimental means that you do not know if it's safe and you don't know if it works. These are thoroughly tested vaccines that have been shown to stop the virus and are very safe.
Just to it. Okay, go ahead.
Thanks, Jen. Two questions. First, Senator Manchin laid out the argument that election reform should be bipartisan because anything partisan would, quote, destroy the already weakening binds of our democracy. Does the president agree with that sentiment, or is that sentiment untenable because of the state level changes being pushed by Republicans?
Well, first let me say that the president knows he was elected to deliver for the American people. And his view is that that includes making voting more accessible for people across the country, making it easier and not harder to vote. And he's made clear that there's a real need for federal legislation to protect the sacred right to vote, and we are not going to wait for Congress either. That's why we've taken some steps through our Department of Justice, and also why he's asked the Vice President to lead this effort, both in working with